Any statement on why you're leaving the G7 early for Washington?
Well, I have to be back. Very important. I want to just thank our great host. We did a fantastic job. Thank you in Canada. But you probably see what I see. And I have to be back as soon as I can. I'm going to have dinner with these wonderful leaders. And then I get on the plane. I have to be back early.
Sources say Iran has sent messages through Gulf states to urge US President Donald Trump to pressure Israel to a ceasefire. In return, Tehran says it would show flexibility in nuclear negotiations with the US. It's the latest in the deadliest conflict between longtime enemies Israel and Iran, which have been attacking each other for 5 straight days. On Monday, Israel escalated strikes on a number of targets. They include Iran's state broadcaster. A live broadcast was interrupted by a missile, and a news anchor had to flee the studio. Israel claimed the building was serving as a communications center for Iran's military. Before dawn the same day, Iranian missiles had struck Tel Aviv and Haifa, killing several people. Israel launched its air war with a surprise attack last Friday, killing top Iranian military commanders and nuclear scientists. Its airstrikes have also put at least 2 of Iran's 3 operating uranium enrichment plants out of action. Israel has said its goal is to eliminate Tehran's ability to develop a nuclear weapon. Iran has denied it had plans to build one. Elsewhere on Monday, US President Donald Trump told reporters he was leaving the G7 summit early to return to Washington Monday night, citing the situation in the Middle East. Fox News reported he would convene his National Security Council. Trump has consistently said the Israeli assault could end quickly if Iran agreed to US demands that it accept strict curbs on its nuclear program. In a social media post Monday, Trump reiterated that Iran should have signed a nuclear deal with the United States, and he also urged everyone in Tehran to immediately evacuate.
EasyJet's cabin crews in Spain will go on a 3-day strike from June the 25th to demand higher wages. That's according to trade union USO on Tuesday. As the holiday season gets underway, the airline said it plans to operate as normal during those days, adding that it'll do everything possible to minimise the impact. A union statement said in Spain, EasyJet cabin crews earn much less than other countries, and that 657 flight attendants who are based in Alicante, Barcelona, Malaga and Palma de Mallorca could be involved in the action, with the strike's aim to, quote, level the crew's working and wage conditions in Spain. Regulation in Spain forces airline workers to provide minimum services during labour action, limiting any disruption.
Stocks closed higher Monday, with the Dow adding 0.75%, the S&P 500 rising nearly 1%, and the Nasdaq climbing 1.5%. Oil prices retreated after the Israel-Iran attacks left crude production and exports unaffected, easing investor concerns about the potential for higher energy prices to stoke inflation. Crude prices settled down more than 1% on hopes a truce was on the horizon. as Iran called on U.S. President Donald Trump to force a ceasefire in the 4-day-old aerial war. Oil prices had surged more than 7% on Friday after Israel began bombing Iran, and stocks fell. Clark Gierinin, chief market strategist with Calbay Investments, talked about the shift.
It's pretty incredible seeing this rebound after the turmoil that we saw at the end of the week. Our focal point has shifted so much this year, from tariffs to the big, beautiful bill, now to really focusing in on the geopolitical risk. So obviously we saw the market react negatively on Friday after seeing the bombing of Israel and Iran. But there were talks over the weekend, and so hopefully we're thinking that we will be able to get past this in a positive light. So it was nice to see the markets rebound today.
Investors are also awaiting the U.S. Federal Reserve's monetary policy decision on Wednesday, when policymakers are widely expected to keep interest rates unchanged. Stocks on the move included U.S. Steel, which jumped 5% to a 14-year high after Trump approved Nippon Steel's $14.9 billion bid for the company. And Roku surged more than 10% after announcing an advertising deal with Amazon.
OpenAI's close relationship with Microsoft could turn sour. The Wall Street Journal says the ChatGPT maker has considered accusing the tech titan of anti-competitive behavior. It says the move could involve seeking a federal review of the ties between the two and a public campaign over the matter. OpenAI needs Microsoft's blessing to complete its transition to a public benefit corporation, but months of talks between the pair have failed to produce agreement. Among the sticking points is said to be the future stake that Microsoft would hold. Tech publication The Information says OpenAI wants the Windows maker to get a 33% share in a restructured unit, in exchange for foregoing rights to future profits. It reportedly also wants to modify clauses that give Microsoft exclusive rights to host OpenAI models in its cloud. The Information says neither issue has yet been settled. Microsoft invested an initial $1 billion in OpenAI back in 2019, but the chatbot maker has since been looking for ways to reduce its reliance on the tech heavyweight. Earlier this month, Reuters reported that Sam Altman's firm plans to start using cloud services from Alphabet to boost its computing power.